Hello and welcome to another How to Code Well web chat. I thought today what I'm going to do is talk about my blog because I've obviously got a Jekyll series talking about Jekyll, and I have been attempting to transfer my WordPress blog into Jekyll, and I want to talk about why I haven't been pushing that so far. This is my blog here. With the 5 reasons why not to use a web framework in 2017 video up here. But the blog it's quite messy. I do admit that there's quite a lot to it. It's sort of like it's got multiple identities. I feel it's got the videos that I've got on the How to Code Well channel. It's got a blog, actual blog. So we've got this page here, a list of blog articles, with this article up here, which I created not so long ago, how to rename your WordPress URL in MySQL. But again, you've got the How to Code Well section, which lists all of the videos, and you've got this huge thing on the right here, which is the big sidebar. You've also got my speaking bits and pieces. So I went to PHP Southwest not so long ago, and I was speaking there about how to put your Docker image on a diet. That was quite a fun thing to do. But I haven't really pushed the Jekyll, and there's a couple of reasons why. One, okay, the speaking thing came much after I started looking into Jekyll. And this is something that I sort of like threw together quite quickly. And so what I did is I used a WordPress plugin for it, which I'm starting to think now that I should have probably created my own thing. Also, there's a lot of issues with, say, these margins here. They're a little bit sort of out of sync that I need to work on. So the design isn't very good. And some of the pages look slightly different. So here is my tutoring page, and you can see that the menu follows down. So there's a lot of things. It's a bit like a jumble sale, in my opinion. What I would like to do is have a platform that will cater for both the videos, my blog posts, and just sort of talks about what it is that I do. But I want to sort of like combine the identities of How to Code Well and the blog, sort of, or at least make them, either combine them down into one or make them as so distinct that that there is a common separation. Because I do feel that the videos here, they're not. I mean, they're all the videos that I've done. I've got about 140, I think, but there just seems to be a disconnect between the videos and the actual blog posts. The blog posts I'll only write sort of once in a blue moon, unfortunately, just because of time. But I would like to see here, like that one there was on February 2017, and that one's October 2017. But I would like to sort of like bring them together a little bit. And the speaking side is itself a completely separate thing. So I want to sort of like combine the two, or the three. And Jekyll, I thought, was a good way to do that. I thought Jekyll was a great way to build a site that was snappy and fast. But I don't know now. There was a couple of issues I had with Jekyll. One being that it's not necessarily true Markdown. It's like you can combine Markdown with HTML and other things, and if you use different libraries, then you can do special things like code highlighting and so forth, which is fine. But I just felt like I mean, going back to the 5 reasons not to use a programming framework, one of the points there was tight integration, and I didn't want to be in a position where it was so tightly coupled to Jekyll that if I decided to move from Jekyll, then it would be painful. And so you started to put some fixes around the templating engine. You started to use the templating engine in a way that only Jekyll would understand. Yeah, that got a little bit tricky. And I just thought that I was falling back into the whole issue of this tightly coupling on the framework. And yes, I've done this here with the blog because the blog is tightly coupled to WordPress. It's going to be very difficult to use anything else than WordPress. But I'm still, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm still sat on the fence with what to do, whether I should focus Jekyll or whether I should just focus on WordPress. And WordPress, for all of its sins, is working. is working because it's running. Now, there's an awful lot of things that I want to do on this blog that is irrelevant of what framework the blog uses. For example, my page speed is insanely slow. So I need to speed that up. HTTPS is something that I need to do. There's other things that I really need to focus on, and I need to focus on those regardless of what framework the blog is actually using. But I just thought I would do a quick video on where that is, because I know I've done some Jekyll videos and they've kind of fizzled out a little bit. I think Jekyll is very good. I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm still doubting on whether or not I should use Jekyll for what it is that I want to do. I also want to make the videos here a little bit more integrated with the Python API. I use Python as a way of generating these pages. These pages are being pulled directly from the Python API. So these are this is the description, this is the video, and the thumbnail and so forth, and it generates this on the right hand side, which is the huge list of playlists. And this list of playlists is gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, this is just a year's worth of and a bit more of videos. So, you know, I'm gonna have more playlists and I'm gonna have more videos each week, right? So, or each month with the playlists. So I need to find a better way of dealing with this. Perhaps having some way of searching for this too. Another issue that I've got with all of this is that the tagging system of WordPress isn't integrated here. So with this Python API, I can grab all the tags from the YouTube video, and what I would like to do is integrate that with the WordPress tags, and I haven't done so. I haven't had a chance to. I haven't got a time to, but that's something that I would also like to do. I would also like to use this, which is my WordPress install repository on GitHub. So pfwd WordPress-install. So it uses Docker and it uses Composer to install WordPress, and what I would like to do is fork this just for my blog. So perhaps I might be creating another repository just for my blog, and perhaps that this theme, perhaps this might be open sourced. I don't know yet. So that's something I've got to decide on. But that was another issue with using Jekyll, because I was looking to use Git pages for that, and of course that's public. Some can say that's a good idea, some can say that's a bad idea. So I was sort of still on the fence with that too. But, you know, like I said, who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? It's I really need to sit down and go through this in more detail. But I think the more it's growing, the bigger of a beast it's going to be to tame. So if you've got any thoughts on what I should do with this, then do let me know. If you do follow along and you've found my tutorials helpful, and give me a thumbs up. Do subscribe to pick up the tutorials and the web chats. As you can see, I've got an awful lot of videos. I think it's reaching the 140 or 150 mark. So there's quite a lot, and there's there's 22 PHP tutorials. There's like 10 videos on career advice. It's going to grow, and it's going to grow, and it's going to grow. So if you've got any ideas on how how I can best manage this, then do let me know. And also, if you want to tailor how the new tutorials will be, then do become a patron, because then I can do some videos specifically just for you, and also some of the rewards will mean that I can talk to you over Skype or something that will allow us to discuss the future of this How to Code Well channel. And if there's any videos that you want me to do, then I will schedule them. But thanks ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye.